Good evening, fans of Rando, and welcome to another presentation of the 2025 Randomizer Main Tournament. We're here in a round 1 match between GFE and PlasmaKappa. Oh, I'm sorry, it's round 2.
Yeah, we're moving right along here.
We're rocketing right forward. And yeah, we're going to do some Enemizer. Mixing up the items isn't good enough. Let's mix up the enemies, too. I'm Tailin116, and I'm joined in the booth by Drosy. What's up, Drosy?
Hey, looking forward to a fun match. Both of these runners are big fans of Enemizer, so we should see some really fun play here. And you can see their file names, GFE send help, as an answer to Kappa's send help. Maybe we need to put them on opposite sides of the screen so it reads better, but oh well. But yeah, I was looking up their histories. PlasmaKappa, it's very interesting. He has made brackets in every main tournament back to 2019 and has never made it past this round of 32, which is what we're currently in. So I'm sure he's looking for his first visit to the top 16. GFE, on the other hand, no stranger to the top 16, having been a former 4th place finisher in this tournament.
Yeah, definitely pillars of the community and in Randomizer, these two. So, no stranger to success.
And both of them doing a sank start, getting $50. There's nothing else that'll buy them bombs.
Yeah, we'll take bomb money early.
That looked like 3 crystals, including a 5/6 at Eastern.
Concur. So as our runners get started, not only is this Enemizer, it's logical Enemizer. So what that means is there are some rooms that may require enemies to be killed to progress forward. So you might see dead rocks in a room that require you to find the quake and or powder. There may be like turtles that require the hammer to flip and kill. So it could be an interesting spot where you get to progress into some of these dungeons and then get stuck because you don't have the weaponry to progress.
And thankfully, Lumberjack is nothing today. Of course, for all we know, we'll need Aga for Dark World access. Nice Mega Man music from GFE. Ooh, $300 in the mushroom spot. We take that.
Yeah, money problem's pretty well solved for the early game now. Could still need some Zora money, but we'll deal with that later.
Early glove, 1/3 of our Dark World access. So we expect a pretty standard opening here. Clean out CAC, then go South Shore. GFE going to the bottle vendor first.
Yeah, gonna look for bombs down here, not risk diving Blind's Hut or the well to potentially find bombs, and if with plenty of money to start with, we can always just buy some.
We're just getting more money. Yeah, but now you can't do Chicken Hut. Okay, I guess we just are buying bombs. Watch there be bombs in Blind's Hut.
Oh, it's, yeah. Well, yeah. Bombs at Chicken Hut or something.
If we hadn't bought bombs, there wouldn't be any in Blind's Hut, but because we did, there will be.
Absolutely. It's a pretty tame Chicken Hut. It's not too bad. You can kite those hard hat beetles pretty easily. It's a pretty heads-up play by Plasma there, trying to pull those hard hat beetles behind the table so he doesn't get jumped coming out of this door.
As I was saying, there are bombs in Blind's Hut, we would have been fine.
Absolutely called it. Well done.
And bombs behind bombs.
Wow. Okay, thanks, game. And in the well.
Yeah. So either way! There's the Moon Pearl behind bombs in the well. Bombos and Red Meringue.
Yeah, not sad to see any boomerang right now. That ability to stun can be really useful, but the bombos later, once we have a sword, that can really be a useful item to just clear out really annoying rooms, or, you know, satisfy that need to kill red berries with fire.
You can just sense GFE's disappointment that there's nothing big in Chicken Hut. Now, here we'll get Divergence. GFE is gonna check Library and Race Game. And Kappa's just out of here. Do we... Oh, Back of Escape, that makes sense. I was like, there's no way he's gonna break logic to rescue Old Man. That is something you generally don't want to risk in Enemizer, because once you have him, you will just keep respawning there until you can deliver him, and if there are some nasty enemies and you're trying to do it in the dark...
Holy Back of Escape.
Yeah, or you know, 5 crystal rollers that you can see.
That is a saucy escape.
Honestly, with that sort of escape, GFE might be wishing he took that heart container that was on Race Game.
Yeah.
Since he seems to also be going to Back of Escape.
Yeah, Plasma, using some pause strats to figure out the path, does the right thing and thinks, no, I'll just go from the top, thanks.
And that was Ether. I didn't catch what the other two were. I was too busy watching GFE get crystal rolled.
Yeah, another $300 in the small key to the dungeon, so...
And there's our first bottle in Link's house.
I doubt we'll see either runner rushing back to Kakariko to turn that in quite yet.
Okay, so notably, the small key puts the front of Escape in logic. Not that I think either of these runners is going to rush to do the front of Escape.
Itemizer bomb escape, sure.
But and 2 minions that we can't even use because we don't have a sword.
Yeah. Well, and like we were discussing earlier, I mean, the front of Escape is a classic example. There's a lot of kill rooms where you have to kill all the enemies to open the doors, and all of a sudden there's a red mimic in there, and there's without a bow, there's nothing you can do. Something mimic clip, I know, but you know, whatever.
Oh, Kappa off to check desert area, which is really just scouting the ledge and doing a Gina. Or just doing a Gina without even scouting the ledge. So far, these runners have basically done all the same stuff. The time difference is because GFE scouted Library and Race Game. And hey, there's a heart container whether we want it or not.
I'm willing to bet they want it.
Yeah, if we have to go through another room with like 5 crystal rollers again. Okay, Kappa going to Uncle. Is GFE going to follow? No. GFE is going to Saha Eastern area. Ooh! Flippers on Uncle. So, we definitely want to check Sora soon. We have the money. We have double logical access.
Yeah, the game's been very generous about supplying our runners with cash.
Bottle number 2.5 magic in Saha's closet. So now we have magic to use our medallions if we just had a sword to use them with. So, Dylan, what do you think? Are we going to be able to make it as far as Zelda's Cell, or are we going to get logically locked out by an enemy?
I'm gonna say you're gonna get locked out, but it's gonna, well...
Ooh, Bo puts a lot
nice.
of stuff available.
Bo can take care of a lot of problems.
And GFE not going into escape, so he's going to miss out on that bow for a while. It's our first real weapon, and of course it will be required for Pod, though Pod may be a pendant.
Yeah, GFE gotta take your advice and sees those flippers and a ton of cash. Gonna do some water checks. Both runners kind of dodging mini Moldorum Cave right now. I'm guessing because it could be enemies we can't kill.
Though now that Kappa has that bow, it's a bit more palatable for him.
Absolutely.
Oh, and that's the map, so there is an item in Dark Cross. And again, an Enemizer, you might not want to go there without a light source.
Yeah, no thank you. With half, if I have half magic at like Burna, maybe you get a little saucy and want to go for it, but no. 4 hearts, green mail, no clear way to detect where you're going, like with a sword. In Enemizer, yeah, no thanks.
And as we were saying about not having a weapon for what you don't know might come up in Mini Moldorm Cave, well, Kappa, now that he has that bow, is checking it out.
Yeah, bow a great weapon for this, not just because of the red Igor, but those Tech-Tites go down to just an arrow shot too.
Ooh, free blue goo from the Waterfall Fairy.
So many bombs. Okay,
yeah.
Bombs, a couple pieces of heart, and blue mail. Blue mail's nice. I'm not sad about blue mail.
Yeah, I didn't actually catch what was on Zora Ledge there, did you?
No. I think it was just like 50. I think it was $50, yeah.
I wonder if GFE is going to do Front of Escape now, because he doesn't have too many options without a weapon.
About that.
Oh, hello, Mitz. Okay, are we really going to go into Dark World without a weapon? That could be painful.
He's gonna go spy Mini Moldorm. Maybe go over the Ice Rock Cave. Could do that as well.
But he's not going to be able to do Mini Moldorm without the bow. That red Igor is making it hard bow locked.
Right. Luckily for GFE, not missing anything mission critical in here, but still kind of unfortunate.
And yep, sees the red Igor and nopes out.
Yeah, it may be a bit before GFE decides to go into the castle now.
Yeah, this is clearly going to be a CAC portal play. Pod still isn't that, not Pod, Eastern still isn't that appealing of a dungeon because, again, you do have those dark rooms and no fire source. for potentially really nasty enemies.
Right, and normal, if this is open, casual boots, whatever, that bow's like, oh, I can get through that dark room because of the Igors. Well, they may not even be there in this scenario, so the bow is an extreme incentive to try to go do it out of logic. And Sick Kid just having some more arrows for that bow GFE doesn't have.
Yeah, so I know it's early, but at the moment I'll give PlasmaKappa an advantage just because he has a real weapon and GFE doesn't. And GFE is in the Dark World now without a real weapon. Okay, green pendant, Skullwoods, other pendants were Ice and TR, and... were Meyer and TR, and Ice was a 5/6.
Yeah, that's a really interesting dungeon layout. We can really get to a point where there's nice boots just hanging out in the chess game. But, we may get to a point where we don't need some major items to get through the seed.
And those boots aren't really going to be an advantage for GFE because I have to imagine Kappa will take his mitts and do exactly the same play.
Well, Kappa is at least going to check out Saha, it seems.
There's a mushroom in the brewery. We are going to do Shovel Game, which leads me to believe that GFE is planning on doing Smith Chain.
Yeah, I might just grab the Smith and take a long lap around the Dark World, clearing the overworld stuff, and then come back to this area and see what they can or cannot do.
So... yeah, GFE will undoubtedly do Hype Cave, but, like, is he really gonna dive Pod?
I would be pretty surprised.
I guess he can scout Pyramid and he can go all the way up to Catfish. Hey, light source, finally.
Yeah, but not upset about finding that lamp.
Thank you, Lana, being reminding us that you definitely don't do Pod with the Smith because the Smith will turn into Kiki. And there are Kappa's boots. This looks like mushroom turn-in for GFE. See how Kappa handles this area since he actually has a weapon. He might do the front of Thieves. And GFE gonna save scum the mushroom just in case Samaria shows up.
Yeah, Heart Container, though nice, not nice enough to sacrifice that mushroom for.
Oh, and GFE got that blue mail too, right? No, he never did need Moldorm. Right. Because he was looking kind of blue, and I was trying to think, like, how's his health? But yeah, he still doesn't have the bow. Well, he has the bug net now. That's almost as good as the bow, right?
It might as well be the same thing, really.
We already saw on Kappa's side that Ice Rod Cave is nothing. Where's GFE off to? Is he just taking the Whirlpool back to finally turn in the Smith now?
Yeah, that would make sense. It's kind of a heads-up play to remember, I haven't checked this. It's kind of out of the way. This Whirlpool is easily the best access now. We have Kappa going further over to the east parts of the Dark World.
Oh yeah, if you want to get to Pod without the hammer, this is what you have to do. Oh, and the fire rod, okay. We now have all our fire. And none of it obeyed the rule of fire.
Well, GFE has some offense finally. That's something.
Now, you still need a sword to be able to beat Skull Wood, so he can't just march to the boss with the fire rod. But it looks like he's going to do the front. That was our first item in Skull Woods, right, in the map room?
Yep.
Okay, so maybe we can get 2 items and get out of here quickly.
Best I can do is a key.
Yeah. So now we'll do the whole front. Oh, he had a fairy. I forgot about that. Haha! And so far, front of Pod has been all keys. Think we might get the legendary 6-key front?
Be nice. Little party in the front. Business in the front, party in the back.
I've seen the 6-key front before. It's very rare, but it happens.
Oh yeah, I've had a 6-key front before.
Ooh!
That's a pretty nice item.
Yeah, so we've now cleared out Skull Woods other than it has the green pendant, which we could potentially turn in, but Mirror's very nice. That gives us the west half of the mountain, logically. Okay, so we did sort of have a 6-key front of Pod, right? We had 5 smalls and the big.
That counts, right? That's the same thing. GFE. I don't think that was planned. It's having a little think about what they want to do next.
Yeah, but at the same time, it would have been a hike for him to get anywhere. What do you think he might have been going for?
I think maybe he was trying to switch to the fire rod to kill off that bird, which in the Dark World is one of the Murder-dactyls, and just didn't get the switch in time.
Right. And then would he have just mirrored and gone to Death Mountain Portal, but gotten to Scout Bumper Ledge in the process?
Yeah, maybe, or just gone and dipped the front of Themestown first. And since they died and had to start back at Sank, it's like, well, fine, I'll just do this now anyway. Nice sword.
First sword of the game at 24 minutes.
I mean, with a blue potion and a fire rod, if it's just like Cold Stare in Themestown, you could have beaten it, kinda-ish. Wouldn't have been a fun fight, but it's very cool.
And Book on Old Man, so we'll scout Ether Tablet here.
Yeah, Desert, a much bigger option now, minus potential boss problems.
Yeah, we have a Fire Source and Glove. This seed has sure given us a lot of bombs.
Yeah, right?
It's all because the runners went and bought bombs at the beginning.
You called it!
We've got a plastic shield here and Pod Dark Maze. I didn't catch who the boss was.
Oh, it was Moldorm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is. I totally missed the tablet, though.
Pocket change.
Just rupees.
GFE grabbing a piece of heart for a full refill.
Yeah, having that mirror, you know, if I'm GFE, I'd just stack the health now.
And Big Key is not vanilla, fortunately, so we don't need to take a coffee break, and we'll just climb. And there aren't that many bosses we can beat with a fire rod, though.
Yeah, GFE definitely hoping to find something like a hammer or a sword up here for a lot more viability.
Yeah, there is one item left, though, because we did get that piece of heart.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, and looks like Plasma... Yeah, Plasma's gonna scum that mushroom, too. Don't blame him. Nope. Fire Rod's not gonna help you on that one.
Who was it? I'm so bad at catching it when they do those checks.
Vitreous.
Oh, yeah, the bow would be nice!
Yeah, bow, pretty big. You're gonna want, you know, to soften him up with a bunch of bombs first, but yeah, bow, much better.
Technically, if you go and visit the upgrade fairy, 35 hours is enough to take down Biddy on just arrows.
Oh, that's fair. I'm sure he'll do that before you go up there, right?
With that knowledge, like, it's not a bad thing to do.
Yeah, I'll just wait till I find a sword.
I'm surprised Kappa didn't go and beat Pod.
No hammer.
Oh, but he has a sword. It wasn't Moldor. Oh, right. You need the hammer to actually get to the boss, right? I was just thinking, well, he can beat Moldorm with that sword.
Yeah, PlasmaKappa gonna go ahead and check out Dark Cross.
And Bumper Ledge is just a heart.
Oh my.
Kappa not too happy about getting to the hammer just after being in Pod. So GFE really needs to do escape. Bow and hammer are kind of important.
Yeah, GFE came over here for Graveyard Ledge. Let's see if they want to dip in and do Dark Cross from the back like Kappa did. That doesn't look like it. Don't know that I blame them. You know, it already has to do the front. If and when they go in there, thinking I'll just do it all at once. But yeah, I completely agree with you. They kind of need to head over that way.
Yeah, now Kappa is going to go into Eastern, which he can almost certainly beat. I mean, I guess Argus or Trinex he wouldn't be able to handle, but I think
those are the
he can
only
handle.
two. Yeah, and if I'm Kappa, I'm feeling pretty good about my odds here of just being able to smoke whatever's in here. And I think... Yeah, I think they can handle most of the enemies, if not all of them now. There's our third coin in the front of Thievestown. Yeah, I don't think there's any enemies they have to worry about not being able to kill in any of these kill rooms, too. So they're in great shape. Oh, I guess Dead Rocks. Seeing that quake kind of let me know. Oh, wait, hold on. There is one.
Well, we don't need to worry about how we're getting into Meyer TR if we go into Meyer TR, because they're both pendants. But we can open them.
Yay, more to do. I think GFE was trying to wait to make sure there was a bunch of sprites off the screen. That's kind of a heads-up play, really.
Is GFE just gonna directly scout the boss?
I don't blame them. I think they found 2 items in here. Oh, Landmo.
Landmos. Oh, Fire Rod with half magic. We're doing this. It's actually fairly easy.
Yep, no problems.
But we're leaving two items in the back. But that is our first crystal of this race, a little over half an hour in.
PlasmaKappa going all the way to the vanilla binky chest in Eastern. Not rewarded with an item, but does get the compass and sees the boss here as Montlo. No problems for Kappa. Oh, nice room. I saw a Chain Chomp, a Pokey, Crystal Roller. Anti-fairies up there. Exciting stuff.
And K45 has a bottle, and we take that because with how crazy Enemizer is, safeties are good. Here's our first look at Bombos tablet.
Oh.
Ooh. Now that's interesting.
Required?
Yeah, because Myers a pendant, we don't know if that's required. But it is interesting to have everything in Meyer area behind 2 swords.
Yeah, I can't imagine that either of our runners wouldn't want that anyway, so...
A nice easy Moth here in Eastern.
Yeah, great hammer fight. No spikes to worry about.
And that'll be Kappa's first crystal, and notice that this branch actually shows you when it drops that it's a 5/6.
Yeah, nice quality of life there. Yeah, echoing chat a little bit. But it was required to get all the way through the back of that, so... One dip and done for PlasmaKappa, and then get their first crystal.
Fire Rod giving GFE easy work here in Desert.
Half magic, it's kind of the best. For a moment there, I thought Plasma was heading to Ice Palace. I'm like, alright, do it.
Is he just going for free blue goo? I guess so.
You don't blame them.
GFE taking the compass to check the boss here.
Yeah, tell me it's an Enemizer mode without telling me it's an Enemizer mode. I'm gonna get this compass off the torch in Desert.
Was that Cold Stare?
Yup.
Well, we have a blue goo. We might actually be able to beat Cold Stare with half magic.
I think it's very possible. I could see GFE going for this.
But also, we just found the second item, so we know Cold Stare doesn't have any items.
Yep. And GFE, I mean, they know where the flute is, and Flute and Mirror needs to get back here later if they want to wait.
Right. But you know that if you don't beat Cold Stare now, you're going to have to wait till you have Master Sword to be able to get back here.
Absolutely. I think you can make an argument for both. You know, you're going to have to find two swords eventually anyway. Yeah, it could just be locked in GT, but I mean, what are the odds?
You've never seen 3 swords in GT before?
Oh, my brother, I've seen 4.
Wow, this is a nasty kill rune.
Yeah, GV trying to conserve some of that magic now.
Going through most of his bombs there.
Yeah, Red Boomerang going to be doing some nice double hit with the Boomerang there.
What a red guard! Jeez. The fairy's nice though.
Yeah, the Red Guard's like going in packs. Yeah, that's another fun thing with logical Enemizer. You'll see, you know, statues that normally aren't counted in the enemy pool, and then fairies also getting put into that mix as well.
Did you see Kappa grab that fairy on his way down the hole?
Pretty clutch.
Or more like the fairy flew into him while he was already on his way down the hole.
Just take me with you.
Okay, so you... Wow, GFE is... Oh, right, he still doesn't have a sword to use Bombos. He has to do this exclusively on Fire Rod.
Nope. That was some very generous splash damage on that one shot, by the way. I cannot believe that got that one puff. Yeah, he's got this in the bag, no problem now.
Yeah, he's gotten very lucky with some of these bosses being ones that he could beat with a Fire Rod.
GV's starting to run out of reasons to keep dodging the castle, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
They can go into Pot Eastern if they really, really want to, but...
Well. Where is GFE going?
So they haven't done many Moldorm yet. And they can do the
he still can't.
They could do the front of Swamp.
Please tell me he's not doing the front of Swamp.
Come on, one time.
Just for that one chest.
That's gonna be the hook shot.
When was the last time you saw someone go into swamp for one chest?
Me. I do. But I was the fourth best runner in the group of 3, so...
Once again, I didn't catch who the boss was in Ice.
I just missed it, I'm so sorry. Chat's got us, I'm sure.
Blind, it looks like. Nothing like killing blue mimics with bombs, which is not very effective.
I'm not sure I knew that you even could, so...
Apparently it takes 4 of them. Who knew?
Today I learned.
I knew only the red ones required arrows, but I never thought about, like, what are your choices for what you can use. Okay, here's the one chest GFE came in for, and it's just a heart container.
Yeah, it felt like the more and longer that GFE kept going, trying to kill that mimic, the more and more they thought, maybe this wasn't a great idea. Because now they don't have a bomb from any Boulderham Cave. Oh, wait, they already blew the entrance open. Never mind. He's fine.
It looks like he's on his way over to Pod, though. No, he is portaling. Is this a catfish play? Sure looks like a catfish play.
PlasmaKappa was able to sneak a key and it's going to head back over to do these 2 checks in Ice Palace now.
I can't remember the last time I was in that shop.
Nice refill for PlasmaKappa there. Got a little low on health, was able to come back and be like, nah, it's fine.
Oh! Hey, we've got an icebreaker-proof ice palace. Don't you love that?
The more and more we keep fighting for some of these pendant dungeons, the less good I feel about it.
That's true, this could be a Samarialist seed.
I've got to assume that GFE is going to check the pyramid and then mirror into the front of escape, right?
I hope so.
Which could be good for them, because they could just run over new Pod Eastern right back to back, so damage slightly mitigated-ish. Great fight by PlasmaKappa there, showing that the script just a crutch.
And hey, Ice was logically Samaria locked. The boss was, at least. And that gives Kappa Pyramid Fairy access.
between our runners. They have 4 unique dungeons finished. 2 between them. Yeah, PlasmaKappa realizing the same thing. I have both red crystals. We're just going to feist that right now.
I don't think he's even checked Pyramid yet, has he?
No. GFE probably thinking to themselves, alright, last item right here, don't have to worry about Dark Cross. Well...
Yeah, you really don't want to see the map in Zelda Cell after all this.
I wonder if GFE's thinking was, I never had a good weapon to do the front, so I just waited until I did.
Wow.
And then never got one, and then, oh wait, it's just here.
Did you see that finesse, by the way? He shot the arrow at the guard, immediately quick swap to the boomerang so that he basically was already sending out the boomerang when the arrow killed the guard.
Yeah, spoilers, GFE, pretty good. Both these runners, pretty top of the class.
Yeah. And there's a shovel in Pyramid Fairy, so jury's out as to whether the big bomb's doing anything for us. But Plasma is going to do catfish.
Okay, GFE, I'm really glad you did not die in Dark Cross, because they never would have gone back there.
But now that he has the bow and the hammer, I wonder if he'll do a pot Eastern play.
Oh, absolutely. That's got to be the next play for them, right?
Yeah.
Over here
well, that portal was kind of convenient. And as we know, the only sword we've seen so far, 45 minutes into the seed, was in Pod Rupee Basement.
So what, there's what, sword just hanging out in Paradox then?
Yeah, we really haven't seen much of the mountain.
Yeah, just getting the hammer for GFE.
Yeah. And Kappa still doesn't have the mirror. Because the mirror's in the back of Skull Woods.
Yeah, and Kappa hasn't even done anything with the Smith chain, so it doesn't even have the fire rod yet.
Right, that was on Smith's or on Purple Chest, I can't remember.
Yeah, on the Smiths. Okay, nice safety with the cape.
Okay.
There was nothing on top of Bumper Lid, so it's not required, but, I mean, not sad to have it.
Put Spike Cave in logic, so it could be logically required.
Yep, that's a good shout.
And yeah, Kappa's in the wrong world for doing Smiths. But yes, I just realized, right, mirrorless Smiths is forced.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and Kappa did not scout any of those things when he came through Kakariko at the start of the scene, so he's just cleaning that out now. We'll see them go into Thieves Town and then probably start... That was a very unfortunate bomb.
Oh no. At least he's near the entrance.
Yeah, I'm guessing we'll see Kappa maybe near the front of Skullwoods, but definitely go into Thieves Town here.
And now GFE's going to find out. For all his trouble, it's just a key for a key. Yeah, this is unfortunate for Kappa because it makes it less likely he'll go back just for the back of Pendant Skull Woods.
Oh yeah, I mean, this becomes the last location then, doesn't it? Like, really?
Probably. I mean, we have enough beatable dungeons. Wonder where the heck that hook shot is. We're gonna need it for Swamp.
TR. I don't...
you just enjoy pain and suffering, don't you?
Well, I mean, we've been talking about those pendant dungeons, and we keep getting stuff that leans in that direction. We have all 3 medallions, we have the mitts, we have the hammer, we have Samaria. We don't have a sword. We know where the flute is, but without another sword, we're not getting it. What's the densest option left? Paradox, you know, the bonk chest and hookshot cave, and TR.
And GFE never had to do all this that Kappa's now doing, because from Middle Skull Woods he went to the back, he got his 2 items, so there was no need to do any of this.
Yep.
So, sword incoming for GFE shortly.
Is that sword going to be a relief or an eye roll? Like, finally.
It'll be great in the credits. First sword, 50 minutes.
Every rando runner's dream.
But yes, it sure makes it easier for charging enemies.
And I wasn't counting items in pod. When PlasmaKappa was here, they did not have the hammer, so wasn't able to beat the boss. I'm not sure if there's an item there or not.
I'm not counting either. I mean, there weren't any items in the front, as we know. There's the rest of Kappa's coin collection.
It'll be interesting to see if Kappa, with their options starting to dwindle a little bit, if they want to go in the back of Thieves Town here.
And we get to see Bo Lanmos if he does.
Oh yeah, great point.
Shoutouts to Clear Mouse, who is smiling somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, she doesn't know why. She just knows something great's happened.
Oh yeah, chat pointing out that we now have both the map and the compass, so...
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Moldor must have an item. Wonder who we'll get for the kill room down here, though. It was funny, it looked like Kappa had the advantage because GFE just wasn't getting the bow and hammer, but now Kappa doesn't have any obvious way to lead him to the fire rod and mirror. Nice use of the cape for the third landmo there.
Yeah, way to just realize this is going to be rough. Like, use your safeties. Yeah, but it's what we were saying about Kappa before. They're starting to run out of options. I mean, doing the Mirrorless Smith, I don't know what else that is attractive that they have. But the Fire Rod's not going to lead them very far. Not on its own.
Okay, so he is picking up the Smith. Yeah, what does Kappa even have? He has this, he has the Boss of Pod. Does he really have many other options?
Where's the book?
The book was on Old Man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh no!
He's got a fairy.
Okay, right. He did use the bug net very smartly.
Yeah, so could could just do the mountain for that book, and then we'll have desert open to them.
Yeah, but right. He has had the bottom of the mountain in logic. You just can't get to the top.
Yeah, you can't do much else with it. Oh yeah, scum that mushroom.
Oh, I would think using your newfound fire rod would be faster than using the cape to drain your magic, but what do I know?
No, I'm of the same opinion. I didn't see an explosion of chatter in chat, so I don't think Helma had anything awesome.
Yeah, and Magic Bat just has some arrows.
PlasmaKappa going up to this portal at the top of Kakariko might just think there's an item left in Skullwoods and it's the green pendant. Maybe I do just go back there to try to finish it, which would be the best case scenario for them.
Well, what's interesting is he's likely beating the boss, which means he has a big out if there is anything on Green Pendant. Nope, looks like he's doing hammer pegs. Which means he's probably thinking purple chest after this. Though I'd say the green pendant still probably isn't out for Kappa because I think he will grab it when he gets the mirror. Oh, there was the powder. We didn't need to fake powder. But yeah, I do not see GFE getting the green pendant except as a last location. GFE finding the good news about Moth. So GFE just needs hookshot for Swamp as long as we don't run into a Trinex somewhere, is that right?
Yep.
So yep. He's likely...
Hookshot and a sword and we're folk.
Right. But at this point, there might as well be 3 swords in GT.
Right.
GFE also following Kappa's lead and using Bombos in this room.
Do not blame them.
And Kappa following GFE's lead and stocking up once again on free blue goo from the Waterfall Fairy.
Alright, PlasmaKappa, where are you feeling?
Yeah, red hard hat beetles take a lot to get down. Like, even with the butter sword, it's 2 hits, right?
Yes, I believe so. Alright, so this is Kappa. It looks like they're heading over to finish off their pod.
And then will Kappa have anything other than the beginning of the mountain and back of Skull Woods?
I don't think so. And I would think the beginning of the mountain would win that coin flip, which will give them desert.
Yeah. But you need to do desert anyway, and as far as we know, the book is required if theoretically there are 3 swords in GT or whatever.
Alright, that's 4 crystals for GFE. I would expect them to head right for Ice Palace now. I could see them doing the mountain first, but, I mean, you've got to do ice. You might as well just do it now.
Yeah, and it certainly makes life easier if the hookshot shows up down here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It won't, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah, responding to chat with Meyer being a pendant and flute may not be required. And yeah, neither runner has seen the right side of the mountain yet. GFE has gone up there having the flute and dipped into Hera, but did not have the hammer at the time to get it any further than that. So there is a plethora of items waiting over there, potentially. GFE finally getting a change of clothing. I would think probably pretty happy that that's the best thing that was in there, considering they put off Mini Moldarm Cape for an hour.
So, GFE will get his Samaria. Yes, chat reminding us that the book is hard required because the flute is behind the book, so even if we could get the flute, we'd still need the book. Kappa being a bit more careful in this room before the boss and pod than GFE was.
Yeah, that room had a lot going on.
GFE just took his fairy revive in that room.
Yeah, GFE was flirting pretty dangerously with death with half a heart for most of the back of the pod, and it finally got him. GFE has never seen a fairy they didn't like.
Yeah, it's funny. Runners aren't used to going around the left in that room because the switch is on the right, but with that giant spike, you're not going around the right.
I love how GFE ran around to dodge taking damage from that spike just for that fire snake to chase him all the way over there and hit him anyway. That was awesome.
Okay,
right. Easy
so I guess...
kill for PlasmaKappa. They're finished in pod.
So I guess Kappa's going to the mountain. So we'll get that book, which will lead him to desert. But that's all it'll do for him, and then he'll have back of Skull Woods as his last location, right?
I'm pretty sure. Whereas GFE after this, I would assume, is just going to save and quit right to the old man start. I would guess.
Another really ugly kill room. Nice.
Yeah, the Enemizer in this scene so far hasn't been awful, but it's not been great.
So there's Kappa's book, but all he can now do is Spec Rock, and there's nothing on or in Spec Rock. GFE hasn't done right side of ice, has he?
No, when Kappa was in here, they went and got the small key out of the pot room. And then went back to the right side with that. And so GFE was trying to, I think GFE was trying to figure out what was next that they could and couldn't do.
And Cape confirmed, not required. I mean, of course, we have so many blue goos we could have cheesed Spike Cave on blue goos, but the logic expects the Cape.
GFE gonna do a little bomb jump.
No, I was just trying to figure out what was strange with PlasmaKappa's tracker. He did finish Thieves.
Oh, yes. I thought you were saying they full cleared it like the back. I'm like,
Yeah, no, we still haven't seen back of Thieves. That could be the hook shot. Right, I forgot that both of these runners have that available to them, and neither of them really wants to think about those two items. So what do you think? Does Kappa do back of Skull Woods or back of Thieves first?
That's a really annoying wall master in that room.
Yeah. Wall mastered in Desert.
I could see Kappa doing the back of Thieves, and then that way they could just save and quit. In their mind, not knowing that the mirror's there, could just save and quit right from the finishing the green pendant without having to run back out and then turn the green pendant and etc. and so forth. That's a very dumb place for that. Especially with the key layout in this dungeon.
Yeah, but at least GFE got it. It would have been kind of bad if he had skipped Samaria.
Yeah, potentially. We don't know. Could have been fine.
Well, we're getting to the point where you have to wonder if TR might have something.
I've been saying. I mean, there's a lot of things in the mountain still. We've talked about Paradox. Oh, GFE.
He has
now
a
you have to use one of your fairies. You
fairy.
only have like 2 left, man.
He's been using that bug net enough to make Gamma proud.
Yeah, no kidding.
Speaking of Gamma, interesting fact. Gamma, who after all was the champion in last year's tournament, knocked both of these runners out in brackets on his route to becoming the champion.
That Gamma character. Pretty good, as it turns out.
But yeah, I was looking at their history. They lost to Gamma in consecutive rounds. I believe GFE lost in the round of 24 and at 64, and Kappa lost in the round of 32. At least you don't feel so bad if you lose to the eventual champion. Okay, Dungeon 5 for GFE. About to be Dungeon 5 for PlasmaKappa as well.
We'll finally have some dungeon parity between our runners. Yeah, for GFE, I would expect this to be an immediate save and quit right to the mountain.
Yeah, Pyramid would be a bit of a time sink at this point.
Whereas Plasma, yeah, it's kind of up in the air what they want to do next. Their options are pretty limited. They're going to get fuddled into it whether they like it or not.
Oh, chat trying to figure out if Kane was hookshot locked. I don't remember. what the small key layout was.
There was a small key on the boss in somewhere else.
Right, and where was the big key?
I have no idea. Single arrow, just hanging out on floating island. Pretty sure it's gonna stay there. Alright, PlasmaKappa, what are you thinking?
Okay, yeah, so if big key was not on right side and one small key on the boss, I think, and the hookshot, the cane right side, I believe, yes, that does mean the cane was hookshot locked.
Okay, then yeah, I think someone in chat had just mentioned that they thought TR was dead, and that's starting to sound like they may be right. Outside of swords, potentially, but...
So, it's fairly likely then that the hookshot's here on the mountain.
And Plasma just going right for Skullwoods. I would suspect when they see the mirror, probably gonna bounce, but we'll see. Might feel pocket minute at this point, having come in here so late. That was one depressing Paradox Cave, wow.
Yeah. Well, we still haven't actually seen the second item in Hera yet. Looks like we'll open TR. And there's Kappa's mirror. Yeah, he's out of there. He's not gonna try for the green pendant.
I don't blame them.
So he's actually not that far behind GFE. He's basically a mountain climb and a clear of Paradox Cave behind. Though GFE has knowledge of flute and Kappa doesn't. If we do find a second sword up here, it's going to be really tempting to grab the flute. There's a second... Oh, okay, second shield and second sword, so... Yeah, that's our access to Meyer area. Flute was on Bombo's tablet, and since Kappa only just got the mirror, he hasn't had the opportunity to check it yet. Okay, GFE not going to look for the hookshot and hookshot locked locations, but he is going into what we have followed the logic to know is hookshot locked TR. I don't know why he hasn't finished off Hera.
Yeah, Hera being...
Yeah, so...
it would kind of feel like, let me go do this because there's an item left, sure.
Right. There's one item left in Hera. It's a crystal. Why wouldn't you just do that and hope it's the hookshot? GFE does remember to do these torches the way the game intended you to.
I like the turning in time with music. I appreciate that. GFE, I'm sure you'll watch this back. Just want you to know I see you.
Kappa also opening up TR.
There's a fairy, so we know what's coming next. Alright, will Kappa go into TR? Looks like it.
Looks it. Yep. Well, at least neither runner is gaining from the other doing it. We just know Hookshot isn't here.
Yeah, this definitely feels like a density. What I was saying before with the whole, it kind of feels like it's pushing us this way. Well, now, it's pushing toward Meyer just as hard.
And who knows, maybe Ice Rod's here and we'll have to fight a Trinex and GT.
That's a great point. Yeah, just gonna echo something Fox is saying in chat. When you're doing these races, you do your best to keep that kind of logic in order and in your brain. That's an easy task for sitting in chat or sitting in the comps booth to consider and juggle those kind of things. When you're racing, a lot of it's just, this is where I want to go, and you just go.
It's also the case that the vast majority of races these days are key sanity, so Ice Palace key logic isn't something that comes up as often as it used to.
Yep, that's a good point. Yeah, I can guarantee you if I was running this, the last thing I would have considered is, hey, is this Sumerian logic? Should I not be here? Because these runners are thinking, okay, if it's not here, I'll go finish off Hera. GFE is probably thinking, okay, I can do Spike Cave real quick, wrap up my mountain trip there, probably head to go get the flute, I know where that's at. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
But so far, TR has been a whole lot of nothing, which is to be expected. Would be nice also to find a sword here for all this trouble. What was that, Armos?
Nah, just another cold stare.
Oh, okay. Hey! French Vanilla Mirror Shield! Lana Bean, I hope you're still watching.
Yeah, I think if you're GFE, you just knock this out now. Like, there's no... You've come this far, you might as well finish it. Whether there's an item here or not.
And now that we have a Master Sword, we can actually do some damage, and those spikes are nice to knock the puffs into, and down goes Cold Stare.
GFE's probably thinking, a sword to fight cold stare, what a novel idea. But yeah, I think Chad had it right. Nothing sitting in TR.
Okay, now GFE's got to do Hera, and we will find out if that one item is the hook shot, or if we have to go to Meyer area or to the back of Thieves Town, because that's pretty much all we have left, right?
There's still swamp. Just because you can't finish it doesn't mean the hook's not there.
Oh, and yeah, now we have the hammer to go deeper. Right, there are 3 more chests in swamp.
GFE going to that cage room remembering, oh, I've been in here before, hold on.
To answer chat, Ped is on extreme life support. The only way Ped could be something is if Ped is Ice Rod and either the boss of Swamp or a required boss in GT is Trinix.
Well, it's 50-50 shot, Drowsy. What do you think? Item or a small key here?
Oh, I don't know about the placement logic on this branch, because on VT, it would be like 2-to-1 in favor of this being the small key, but on Doors branch, I'm not so sure.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Is it 100% inventory or 100% items? Or locations, sorry.
Oh, it's 100% inventory. It's just I don't know if it uses the same placement algorithm as VT branch. Anyway, down goes Viddy. Okay, that is the second item. Okay, crystal number 6.
PlasmaKappa right behind with a very easy cold steer kill. Gonna lift up their first pendant and probably head right over to Hera and do the same thing. GFE gonna take a stop down here at Spike Cave and then I would guess go pick up their flute.
Right, and that knowledge of the flute is the one thing GFE has over PlasmaKappa. Not that Kappa has too many options besides this.
Yeah, I could see a world where GFE, grabs the flute, goes to activate it, heads to the back of Thieves since they're right there. Though getting back to Thieves Town, pretty simple. Not, if they want to go check Fire Shed and Checkerboard and the such.
Now, Kappa hasn't been into Swamp, so maybe he does the first 4 chests of Swamp.
I would think you would check Ether Tablet first in case it hits the hook, but yeah, it's very possible. Oh yeah, GFE hasn't done the bomb.
You're really doing the bomb before getting the flute, I guess.
Well, same thing. You chase the flute, takes you to Meyer, but the hook's just in the pyramid this entire time. Because now, the rando runners, we do it all the time. I made a mistake. My opponent has done everything correct. So GFE's thinking I just went through TR. There's nothing there. The only thing on the mountain was a sword. The hookshot's just been sitting in pyramid fair this whole time. I messed up, etc., etc.
It sure is interesting, though. Like the item layout, because we were given a lot of stuff towards the beginning.
Plasma just disregarding Hera, it looks like. Unless they beat it nice, straight missed it.
And by the way, after this race, stick around because we have another race from this tournament starting at midnight Eastern. That will be Jamo versus Purdy Wong, both of whom are on the West Coast, so 9 p.m. for them.
Yeah, and I will not be commentating that race. I had better be asleep.
There's GFE's cape.
Yeah, both our runners kind of running around, picking off one-offs the other had done.
Oh, this might be... Let's see, will Kappa go for Swamp or for... This looks like he's going to get Flute, so he'll actually beat GFE to the Flute for all that.
Yeah, Kappa didn't do Hera while on the mountain.
Oh, Kappa never finished Hera?
I don't think they ever went in it.
No, I saw Kappa go in. Kappa definitely went into Hera, but yeah, did he not finish Hera? Maybe not. Oh, and the midnight match is going to be cross keys, since we saw the question in chat.
Cross keys. It's a pretty great mode. I might push that it's the most popular mode in Rando right now.
Does seem to be that way, at least for pickup races.
Yeah, pickup races, tournament, pretty popular.
So, Mire area, back of Thieves, or front of Swamp. Which means you know the hook shot is going to be left side Swamp at this rate. Okay, check. Oh, hello, hookshot. So that is our likely go mode. Now we just kind of hope that there are no Trinexes in the way. Kappa checking checkerboard just to be safe.
I think this is a really good idea by both runners. You're going to have to go to the Light World to flute away anyway. This is the place to do it.
So yes, now chat has multiply confirmed that Kappa did not finish Hera. Guess we can ask him in the interview.
Yeah, one of those things where, you know, they found one item, just decided, okay, I'm just going to trust that it's not here, and they'll be faster with hookshot later.
Yeah, because now, assuming there's no Trinex in the way, I give the edge to GFE. If there is a Trinex in the way, who the heck knows?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the little bit that Plasma is ahead of GFE going into Swamp, I mean, it takes a little more than that to get to the top of Hera and beat Vitreous, but not a ton more. This is pretty even.
Vidi is not the world's fastest boss unless Silvers show up.
Oh yeah, completely agree. But, you know, put on the cape, start spamming your sword. You'll get through it eventually.
Kappa certainly having an easier time in this first room of Swamp with, you know, an actual sword.
Right. That is, I kind of forgot that GFE had got in here, so never mind. Our runners are basically even now.
Yeah.
In here. How much are you fluffing in Swamp looking for an ice rod? You're just checking what's on the way, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would check Diver Down and Waterfall chests.
Yeah, I would agree with that. A little Bubble Man music.
I mean, I know some people who would be in so much of a rush that they wouldn't even check Diver Down and Waterfall, but I feel like since there is a chance that you need Ice Rod, you should be opening stuff on the way.
Yeah, and those runners are not me, because I'm way too chicken for that. Because if I got in to GT and had to fight a Tridex and didn't have the Ice Rod, I'd be fuming.
We also don't know who the boss is here.
It's just like Armos Knights or something. Yeah, there you go, GFE. Come on.
GFE never met a fairy he didn't like.
That's right.
And it's Lanmo.
So what, we've had like a Mothula, a Blind,
and
there's a couple Landmos.
Yeah, look at that quick Lanmo fight from GFE to take the lead as Kappa needed a few cycles.
Alright, so yeah, PlasmaKappa will have to finish off Hera when they get up there, but... So yeah, GFE has the lead, but we're talking GT routing now.
And they chose different ways of getting to the mountain. And yeah, Kappa has to go via Hera because, well, he needs to finish it. Oh yeah, numbers in chat. Big Key guessing game. This has been patched, so you can guess numbers up to 22. You have a preference, Talon?
I'm a fan of 4. I have nothing to go with that. Just,
nice and early.
just like the 4.
I'll take 10. As you said, Kappa would just use the cape and run back and forth.
Yeah, I don't know that I would run back and forth with the KP. I think I'd just start spamming flashes. Well, just the message for just such little damage just poking like that. I mean, just slash, save your cape magic, and just go for it. That way you can catch some hits on the big eye too, but...
Anyway, down goes Vidi. This will be Kappa's 7th crystal. He still needs to go over, get into the Dark World, and come back. Bloomerang and Red Mail. Nice finds just to have. Especially with how much we are getting bodied by all these enemies.
5 down, no luck. Over to the right side, a little DM strat.
We could have just gone Hope right.
Alright, let's see if that Samaria ended up being worth it.
Oh, Kappa is going to check Hookshot Cave now. This could be an out if Ice Rod is one of these next 2 chests. Oh, Tempered, that helps. We like Tempered.
Sword's not nothing.
Yeah, if Silvers don't show up, that could swing the race in the Ganon fight. Or if the 4th sword doesn't show up.
Yeah, it's still really going to come down to routing. If Plasma does a similar route that GFE has already done, it's going to be a lot of time sunk, but if they do something like a rando rush, that sword's really going to come in handy.
Rando Rush was more appealing before they fixed the logic.
Some people are just weird, though. They like it. I don't know. This season had a lot of inconvenient rollers like that. Just absolutely blocking the normal route that a lot of runners do. Oh, it's not in double firebar? What a surprise.
And
yeah, Plasma go ahead and just bounce over.
Yeah, Kappa's just following GFE's routing. So no one's gonna lose or gain time on routing here. Oh, GFE bailed out by the fourth sword in what would be Fire Snake room, except there were no Fire Snakes.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate for PlasmaKappa. That would have been a really good advantage for the climb had the big key shown up a little sooner.
And there's the ice rod, so we are definitively in go mode now.
Yeah, stress-free. Never a doubt.
So, yeah, the only way Kappa wins is if some enemy on the climb destroys GFE.
And GFE, who has made friends with every fairy in this seed so far. At this point, I'm sure he has 5, and I'm not even sure how.
And there it is in Bob's chest, proving that the logic was fixed.
You beat me to it.
And that was 18. So congratulations to X Cage, you win a year's supply of rando seeds. It'll be interesting to see what the gauntlet looks like.
If it gets too crazy, it's going to look like a bunch of explosions on the screen as they just bombos every room.
Yeah, if you're lucky, there won't be the Beamos that are there in vanilla. Ooh. Yeah, Hookshot the Murderdactyls, Fire Rod the Pokies. And hey, there's another fairy. What do you know?
Fire Rod just absolute MVP of this particular climb.
But GFE's already halfway through the gauntlet, and Kappa isn't yet at the big key.
GFE gonna have to use the Quake here.
No, he's gonna fake powder. That's why he just spammed through all his magic.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Quake you could use from anywhere in the room and hit this.
Yes,
now you're
yes, that would have been a lot easier than fake powdering.
I don't know that
I'm just
worth it now. GFE really just bleeding time with this, unfortunately.
Yes, I don't know why he didn't use Quake, but There we
you
go.
got it. I bet there's another one in here. Oh, okay, maybe not.
Going for the swag, clearly.
Yeah, because the race isn't close enough. Sometimes we see like groups of enemies in these rooms kind of go together, so I was really afraid there'd be another one in here.
Okay. GFE through the gauntlet, and we have Argus.
Yeah, this is actually kind of a great boss here, because once he clears the puffs, that door will just open.
Right. I mean, who cares about Phase 2?
Yeah, so Argus jumps out of the screen on the start of its phase 2, but once he leaves the screen, the game's like, oh, you killed the enemies, great, here, let me open the door for you.
Yeah, but that time Argus didn't even jump out. You know, he was still on the screen and the door opened.
The game was like, I know what's coming, it's fine. I'll do you a solid, bud.
Okay, let's see how Kappa handles this room with the dead rock.
With powder.
Okay, but a lot easier to queue that up than fake powder.
Oh, got that fairy at the last possible moment.
And another fairy nicely there for GFE.
I want a count of how many fairies GFE has either captured, used, or collected. It's gotta be a baker's dozen by now, right?
Too bad they don't tell you that in the credits.
Right? That'd be kind of funny. Like just a random stat that it just adds and it... Fairies used. Fairies kidnapped against their will.
Do you open chests looking for silvers?
No. Not at 141. Because nothing feels nice rollers. Yeah, because nothing feels good about that TR dip for either runner, I have to assume.
I assume GFE still has enough blue goo that he's not too concerned about magic usage.
Yeah, he's still got one. I think it's the original one they got from the waterfall. I appreciate that, Fluff. GFE doing the smart thing there and caping up when dashing because you don't know what you're going to run into. That quad of anti-fairies would have been real interesting. And there's always the risk. You bounce off something, a wall master comes down and just ruins your whole night. But yeah, the Enemizer part of the scene for GFE is now over. It's good old muscle memory.
Ooh, that was a perfect lineup for a triple, and GFE just got bodied. But there we go.
Did you find the silver arrows in Swamp Palace?
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what Ganon says. Did you find the silver arrows in Misery Mire?
Did you find the silver arrows in Thieves Town?
Keep forgetting we had 2 checks back there. 2 items, rather. Okay, Phase 3 already, as Kappa's still on Aga 2. We're getting a bit punished by Aga 2. Now the Agas are out of sync. So he can't get more than 1 hit per round because... Okay, there we go. Yeah, because the real Aga keeps flying away, but...
Yeah,
Mire.
You nailed it.
There was no way we were going into Mire in this seed. Like, I don't see any routing of the seed where you would go into Mire. Other Sword does make it easier for Kappa to get the 1-1 on the first 2 phases, but that's 12 spins for GFE, so get your GGs in.
Yeah, there it is. GG's doing GFE crossing that finish line first.
With an official race time of 1:44.54. And looks like, Kappa's already on phase 3. He's just going to finish this out. So we get to listen to his Ganon music. And we are joined by our winner GFE here, GG.
Yeah. So,
yeah, it was quite some item placement, though. At this point, with Kappa on phase 4, let's let him finish it out, and then we can discuss it a bit more.
Oh, yes, Whew.
Yeah, you guys were close. I mean, there were times when you were in the same room.
Given that seed, I'm not surprised.
But you routed it very differently from each other.
Oh, I can imagine. We'll talk about that mirror in a little bit.
Yeah. Ganon goes down for Kappa, so get your GGs in for him as well. And he crosses and finishes at 1:46.26, so a minute 32 difference. I see you're asking him about the powder. You could have used Quake there.
You're right. I'm an idiot. But anyway.
And we're joined by PlasmaKappa as well.
I really wanted to fake powder, man.
GG Kappa.
I'm not sure that I expected after I did everything. Maybe he goes in the swamp.
And of course, the silvers were in the one dungeon you were never going into.
I mean, I was half expecting Ped. I felt bad about doing TR, but I mean, I basically full cleared that side of the mountain all at once. And who's going to leave the mountain to go all the way to Bombo's tablet to get your flute just to go to Meyer Shed?
So you guys both did TR, but chat reminded us Ice Palace key logic. Samaria was behind Hookshot.
Yeah, well.
My
My brain's off duty.
I'm thinking. I mean, there was a small key in the big chest, right?
But one of the small keys was on the boss.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
And the big key was not right side.
Oh, so it was on the boss, so it was Samaria locked. So, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm dumb, man.
That's a little niche there, but yeah, that's a good point.
Really
yeah, and
really pretty easy for us in the chat to say that when we were able to sit back and analyze it from run the seed, and it's a different monkey.
Right, and with all the enemies the game was throwing at you, it's a bit harder to count key locations when you don't even know what you're going to get in the next room.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's
It's
kind of a
like
two-stepper since Samaria was on specifically right side.
Yeah, to think even more, because somehow everything managed to break in this mode specifically. Like, I'm just tracking the items.
Yeah, there was at one point when you guys were going through this, and there were 4 dungeons done between the two of you, and neither of you had the same dungeons done.
Yep.
It was, I mean, I would encourage you to go watch this one back, because it splits pretty hard.
Yeah, my initial Dark World routing wasn't exactly usual.
I mean, mine was far from that anyway. I skipped Skullwoods the first time through, and so I went ahead and took Smith and was going to go back in and dip Thieves Town then and go to Skull. Then Smith gave me Fire Rod, so I was like, you know what? We're just going to go back to Skull. Who needs a sword?
Well, the first big divergence was Kappa was actually pretty early to the bow.
That bow was stupid. Oh.
I
I like to
see without weapons.
I like to delay Hyrule Castle if I can, because I get locked so often, like going deeper by some stupid mimic or something. In this case, bow's just in the first chest, though. You know. And
Yeah, I
what
didn't want
was
to
it
get
in
locked
Dark
by
Cross?
something.
Hammer,
Hammer.
right? Yeah,
I got it after Dipping Pod.
I got it.
Right after.
I did get it before Pod, but I got it like as. How did I do that? I think it was after my second Dark World loop. I swam over to the whirlpool, did catfish, and came back down to do pyramid, and so I mirrored to do front of Hyrule Castle then. And that was before I did Pod Eastern. So I got hammer right before Pod.
But in the meantime, you had gotten Fire Rod and Mirror, which Kappa wound up being late to.
I mean, that's understandable in this.
Yeah, I didn't want to go back to Pod for a bit. I had no dead rock killing items, and I got all of them.
I'm just an idiot and didn't. I was in GT, and that was the first dead rock I saw, and didn't try to use Quake. Instead, I was low on magic, and I was like, hey, I can fake powder. Since I never got the real powder.
Yeah, if you go back and listen to this, you'll hear commentary going, we appreciate, the showing off the swag here, but maybe
I
this
mean,
is
my
the
brain
most
was
efficient
broken.
way. Yeah.
Let's just be honest. My brain was broken by that point. I was my own worst enemy in this anyway. Killed myself.
Oh.
They're in Pod. Good old 1.0 with my own bomb.
Yep.
I was pretty sure I was going to lose on Ganon, and I did. I just did too much. Running back to Hair was just kind of dumb after you skipped it the first time.
Where did you get your butter sword?
And GT, Fire, Snake Room.
The other sword is in Hookshot.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Hookshot.
I didn't check Hookshot Cave. I just went straight for GT.
Man,
I think
didn't
it's
want to
fair.
get meme-rodded.
Yeah, that's fair. And I mean, you're on Master Sword Silverless at that point too.
Yeah, if Tempered Sword's not in GT, it gets real tight at the end of this race.
Oh yeah,
definitely. And that would, I mean, I would have been in bad shape doing the climb as well.
Yeah, so that was kind of your big last-minute bailout. And then Ice Rod showed up too, just in case there was a Trinex somewhere.
I mean, let's be honest, once Tempered showed up, I was hoping for Ice Trinex. And then that big key just ruined that. I didn't feel like dropping down at that point.
Maybe there was an Ice Trinex. We just never saw.
Never know. The world may never know. But GG's Kappa. This was kind of a nasty one, no matter what you do.
GG.
Any idea about game 2?
Looking right now, possibly Thursday around this time. I've got to look at a couple things, but that's what we're looking at right now. As far as mode, it's kind of a coin flip. It's between Kabuki and Cross Keys. I'll decide whenever we actually schedule it.
Yep.
Keep talking, but I'm going to switch the scene because we do have a race coming in 5 minutes. We can keep talking, I just want to make sure that the next crew get their invites.
all good. Not much to say here. I need to get to bed anyway.
Okay.
But thanks for the restream. This is definitely one I'll watch back to see because it had to be very different throughout. So anyway, I'll catch y'all later. GG's again.
Okay, well,
Oh, that's
GG's then.
Thanks, Mir. And that's about it. Still can't Ice Palace even 2025.
So anyway, yeah, we do stick around. We do have this match coming up next, as you can see on the screen. Jammo versus Purdy Wong, comment by Clear Mouse and Telethar. They will be starting at the top of the hour. Meanwhile, once again, shout outs to our runners. They really put on a show for us today. I definitely want to check out their game 2 and hopefully a game 3. And also, thank you to our tracker, Kate Sith. It's always nice to have an actual tracker and not have to capture the runners' trackers, so we very much appreciate that. And Talon, thanks for joining me here.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to be able to sit in the booth for a while with you, Jossie. We've had a couple of these now, and they just keep getting better. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on the SpeedGaming family of channels for all your randomizer attorney needs. And yeah, stick around for this cross-keys match. It's going to be really great. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. So yeah, thanks everyone.
Yeah, have a good night and enjoy some cross keys.